Welcome to the 40th anniversary of McCann Professional Dog Trainers. This weekend we're doing all kinds of fun things here at our training facility. We're doing workshops, recall races. We're allowing people to try some agility just for fun. But the thing that I really want to share with you today is something that I'm really excited about is the McCann Dog Stars Agility Competition here in the McCann Dogs Arena. Let's go take a look. We're nearing the end of the day. You guys saw my wind-blown hair, and we are nearing the end of day one at our McCann Dogs 40th anniversary. It's been a lot of fun. Maybe you joined us last night at the live stream where we had a chance to sit down with Marty and Deb McCann, Kale and I. It was really something that we were really looking forward to, and I'm really glad that we had an opportunity to do it. Talk about the history of dog training, where McCann Professional Dog Trainers has come from, where McCann Professional Dog Trainers is going. Actually, you can check that video out on our channel if you haven't seen it yet. But today we got something that's a little bit different. We're going to have our McCann Dog All-Stars Agility Show. Not only are we going to do the agility show, but we've got a rally obedience show. Maybe you know what that is. Maybe this is your first time seeing it. We've got instructor Carol, who you might know from the channel, 5-time world champion of disc dogs. She's going to be doing a bit of a demo. I think we've got a couple of tricks planned. I'm just excited to share this opportunity with you guys, share this the event. But as we sort of tick down the last hour of day one, if you are local, make sure you pop by tomorrow. We're going to be running the same hours. I think it's something like 10 to 4, 9 to 4, something like that. We're going to be doing demonstrations. We'll be doing tours of the facility. We'll go through the McCann Dogs history. We're also going to be doing the McCann Dog All-Stars Agility Show. We're going to be doing try your own agility. We have a couple of rings set up outside so that you can join us, give your dog an opportunity to go through a tire, maybe go through a tunnel, go over one of our little A-frames. We also have something that's been really fun to watch over the course of the day today. It's something we call recall races. And I think a couple minutes ago, I just filmed the intro for you guys, where we set the dog up at one end with these laser timers, and it's timed. So you call your dog to come, you go to the end of the ring, you call your dog to come, and then we time the distances. We've had some pretty wild times in there. Dogs of all shapes, all breeds, all sizes, putting in like 2.5-second recalls down. I think I would guess maybe it's like 80 feet or something like that. Maybe it's 100 feet. But really fun to watch them go. You guys can see there's all sorts of things happening behind us here. We have TV crews, all sorts of people. We have some of our spectators. I know there's people that are still out in around the building checking out all the things that we have to see today. But I'm going to show you, speaking of seas, I want to show you the sea of blue shirts in the corner. I'm going to try not to trip over anything, but look at behind me. Look at these McCann Dog Trainers. Let's go check it, see what these guys are doing. Now, something that I love to do on our train station show, I can't see the chat right now, but our producer can see it. He's going to send me anything important that I need to mention. But let me know where you're joining this show from. I love, during our train station lives, when I find out the places all over the world that people are joining us online in YouTube or in our online training programs from. I actually just found out today we have a student in Nuuk, Iceland, which was very cool. I looked at, we have this really great map that Dan, moderator man, had made of all our students representing the world, and it's really cool to see that much blue. But I didn't even know that Nuuk was maybe the capital of Iceland. Pretty cool for me to discover. But let me know in the chat where you're joining us from. You might see some familiar faces here. Depending on what videos you may have watched, maybe this is your first time here. If that's the case, my name's Ken Steve. I'm a professional dog trainer here at McCann Dogs. You've joined us on the right day. Today is our 40th anniversary celebration. It's going all weekend, in fact. But we're going to be doing a agility demo. Now, this is something that we used to do a lot. We used to do a lot of agility shows all over the world. But in the last couple of years, it's been a little tougher.
Agility and frisbee and rally competition here, and we'd like to welcome you all. And if you're outside, come on in. Can you guys hear that okay? It's a lot warmer in here. Come on in, grab a piece of grass, and sit down and enjoy yourselves.
So we have a bunch of our trainers here today. Bunch of trainers here today, all that are going to compete in agility. You're going to see all kinds of different dogs. Actually, let's do a close-up. Why not? We'll go in and just say hello to these guys. some of our amazing McCann Dogs trainers all getting ready to do the big show today. So these are really exciting. I love these events. And I remember when I went to my first lesson one at McCann Dogs, we do a bit of a smaller, modified version of the agility show. It's indoors, of course. But it was so much fun to watch. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it today. We have a couple of things happening here. We're going to have a judge who's judging things like the contact points. Now, if you're familiar with agility, you might know that as the dog comes down, they need to hit that yellow mark. They're also going to be judging bars knocked. We're going to be setting up 12 weave poles, and the dog's got to go through each and every one of those weave poles. We're also going to be timing each of these races, and what we've done is set up a camera in the corner for you guys at home to see what the time is. I'm going to get the heck out of the way, and we're going to go maybe to a different camera so that you guys don't miss any of this action.
Lots of dogs think, boy, I like to do that. The same as kids, you know. Kids often see what's going on out here with all the equipment, and they said, I want to go out and crawl through that tunnel. I know one time we were doing a show at Ontario Place, and as I was looking around, just making sure we're all set, very fast dog on the line, ready to go. I looked in a tunnel, and there was a little 2-year-old boy sitting in there thinking he was just the greatest thing since sliced bread. Would have been a disaster had the dog gone, but nothing happened. We got him out, and he just desperately wanted to play. So hang on to those kids, hang on to those dogs. You can make as much noise as you want. You can clap, you can cheer. The dogs love to have that energy in the house. So we hope you enjoy the show. Without further ado, please help me welcome the McCann Dog Stars Entertainment Team. This is actually one of the dogs' favorite part of doing the show. They just love that run-in. They think that's the greatest fun running around there. So we have 3 components to show you this afternoon. We're going to start the first one with a canine sport called rally and rally obedience. And it's rally has been around for several years, and it's really grown here at McCann in the past few years. There's many instructors that love taking part in the sport, along with all kinds of students. It's just been growing. We now have 3 classes a week of keen agility rally students wanting to train their dogs in the various classes at regular workshops. And many of our staff and students have earned lots of titles in rally
Obedience, recognize instructor Carol. Check this out. It's pretty fun to watch these dogs.
And they're going to show us those skills and reviews for obedience competition. And they're a bit different than what we use years ago in the formal teacher. They're fun skills, a little bit harder, because they're not natural as what dogs do. But please enjoy it. They show you some of the rally skills that they have. they are working lovely, awfully, and equally as well on. So that was a very interesting skill round on the verbal cue. You know, a lot of people think hand signals are very impressive, but they're actually easier to teach a dog to perform with a hand signal than with a verbal command. So I'm always impressed when the dogs can do some of these things with only a verbal command to tell them what to do. And the fact that we're doing this in a group, in a line with other dogs so closely behind us is also a very well done. Some individual skills for each dog. And a great name.
But I also didn't want to be in the line. So it's a bit of a tough, fine line when you walk there.
And her border collie Kenzie, who gets Courtney Woods, and her great Dane Ivy, Ella, Amy and her dog Quill, and then she dog Quill, and Nancy and Nicholas and her border collie Dan. Thank you very much. Good job, everybody.
Well, that's fun. And what's even more impressive for those of you who have seen maybe a couple of videos we talk about it, but instructor Carol in the end here with Thorpe, the black and white border collie, he's totally deaf. So keep in mind that dog completely deaf, 5-time world champion of disc dog. Now there's something that you might not be aware of, and it's a sport called tri-ball, or tree ball. And you're going to see a demo. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
Let's start over. This is Nancy McCann, and you saw her in the Valley demonstration. She's going to show you a very cute trick right now. She's a grandson, and the grandson has this fun basketball net. And my grandson one day danced with playing with the ball she loves, and it happened to end up accidentally out of the basketball net. So Nancy said, well, this would be a really great trick. So they turned the dance into a basketball star. So let's watch her show the world how canines dunk in basketball. Go for two! Go for two! That's right, David. Let me show you one more time. Okay, now you see these colorful balls at this end. There is a brand new sport called tri-ball, and it consists of doing all kinds of different skills involving balls, different size balls, big ones, little ones, and the dog is required to perform tricks. They retrieve these balls, they push them to one side. Nancy is going to show one of the basic skills of having three balls up there, and she's going to ask the dogs to retrieve the ball using her nose. Good steering there, very fun sport called tribal. And this dance here is a triathlon tribal champion. So Nancy has a lot of fun training her in this event. Okay, now we're going to this. No. Oh, Stephen. Okay. Come on out. This is Bjorn and her dog. Charlie. Charlie is 12 years old and he is just a good old dog. He does eyeball agility, sheep herding, but he's getting on in his years and doesn't do as much. So Kim tries to do some fun things with him. And not too long ago, Kim was quite sick and in bed. And she ran out of Kleenex in the box on her bedside table. And so she just said, you know, my trusty old dog, he will help me out. So she just said that he needed to retrieve the box across the room so that she could have it by her side. So this is Charlie showing you what to do when kids sneeze. Okay, this is my daughter Kale, and when she first started doing these entertainment shows, she was just like a, I don't know, 12, 13-year-old, well, probably a lot younger than that. Anyway, she came up with this pretty cool trick. She wanted to increase her allowance when she was young, so she trained her current dog. Her name was Ping Pong. She was a border collie cross, and she trained her that if Dad ever left any money lying around, like a $20 bill, she could just sneak that old dog out to get the money and supplement her allowance. This is
and he's an 11-year-old border collie and trying to carry on the tradition. Hey. Now disc. I was so excited about this performance from the first show, I just couldn't wait to get to it. This is
Carol Lawrence and her dog Thor. He's a border collie. We saw him in the rally demonstration. One of the most interesting things about Thor is that he is deaf. He went deaf for about, I don't know, maybe 4 or so, Carol? Yeah, and that didn't stop. He and Carol have been a great team. And one of the things, he does everything. Obedience, fly ball, agility, but one thing he really has excelled at is competitions in disc. And people are often referred to this as frisbee, but it's really called disc competition. So what Carol's going to demonstrate is something we call freestyle disc. And she has competed in this and is a 5-time world champion. So let's enjoy Carol and Thor. is 10 years old.
He's
He's
deaf.
deaf.
He's
He's
not
not
doing
doing
all
all
that
that
stuff
stuff
of
of
dancing
dancing.
below. You'll
You'll
see
see
how attentive
how
he is,
attentive
how
he is,
tuned in he
how
is
tuned in he
to
is
Carol. Come over
to
here
Carol.
for a minute.
So Carol's going to switch dogs now to train a younger border collie named the Bird. And he has not been doing this long. Carol actually rescued him at age 5, and for the last 2 years have been training him to do disc, and I think he's just started competing in disc trials. But just watch the difference in his speed and his athleticism. He's very fit and very keen, and I think you'll really enjoy this. Well, that was terrific, Carol. How about Carol and Thorpe
Instructor Carol
and the Burke?
and the Burke and Thorpe, a totally deaf dog. Instructor Carol, lots of great comments in there. Did you have fun during the
I had so much fun. I felt bad that I threw that worse for Thorpe. I'm used to much longer out throws, and I'd start to throw, and there were people. So.
I know. Well, super fun. I think everybody really enjoyed watching it. Thank you. Nice job. Great. It was awesome. It's so much fun watching her do her disc routines. Sometimes we'll be in the training facility in the studio, and we'll see Instructor Carol out back practicing some of her routines. And she has like her special disc dog vest that, so the dog can like bounce off her back and off her chest, and it's pretty cool to watch. But it's fun to see her, put on these shows. It's really exciting to see the listening skills of the dog, as well as the technical abilities of her throwing. We actually have a video on the channel that talks about how to throw like Instructor Carol. And there's a trick that I learned from her that has to do, I can't remember what it's called, maybe the Hilty or something. It's like a certain way you turn your wrist. Really beneficial if you know how to throw for your dog. Makes it easier for them to catch. But now we're going to move into the agility show, which is I think what we're here for. So let's dive right in.
They depend on verbal cues and hand signals to tell them where to go next and which obstacle to do. They do know all the obstacles by name, and they understand verbal commands and going away to work with the dogs. I want to point out a few things to you. The poles in the middle, they're called weave poles. And that's one of the most difficult obstacles to teach a dog to do. The dogs have to enter with that first pole on their right and then weave their way through the poles, reaching the other end without missing a pole. It's very difficult.
So we're going to have a timer cam set up for you guys so that you can see what the times are as we roll along. And Deb's just explaining some of the, the fine details about how the judge is going to judge this competition.
You'll see the dogs quickly get their confidence and do very well with this. The way it's scored in dog agility for this competition right now is that it is based on time. We have a time clock and we will time each dog as they go through, but it's not just a race of speed. The dogs have to be able to do all the obstacles properly. So if they do make a mistake or a fault, as we call it, they will have a 5-second penalty added to their time at the end. Now we have a referee. Andrea out here is going to be watching to make sure everything is done properly. If the dog knocks a pole, then that's a fault. If the dog misses a contact zone, which is the contact obstacles are the dog walk, the teeter-totter, and the A-frame, and you'll notice the yellow zone at the bottom there. The rules require that the dog get their front feet in that yellow zone, and that's a safety feature. We don't want the dogs launching from the top of the A-frame or the dog walk or flying off the teeter-totter. So they must complete that obstacle fully or it's a fault. Now if the dog happens to take the wrong obstacle out of order, or sometimes the handler sends the dog out of order, but they have to follow the correct path, and if they veer off that path, then that is a fault. We'll go to our referee at the end of each dog, and she will indicate how many faults on the course, and we will keep a track of the dog that has the fastest time with the fewest number of mistakes. We have a winner's podium at the far end, and the dog that is in first place will remain there until another dog knocks them off with a faster time with less mistakes. So I think we're all set to go. We have our first dog coming to the line. This is Jade McNeely, and it's a German short-hair pointer. This is Otis. He's a bit of a rookie. Jade has trained her dog through all the levels of obedience and has entered into 3 levels of agility classes. And she's a rookie because she's never done a show in this kind of venue. She's not competed yet. So please, give her lots of love as she makes her way around the court. This is Jade and Otis. That's called a backside jump because the dog had to go around and get that. Whoops. That's not a fault because it's just a little bit of a mess there. There. He's up. He's got to touch that yellow on the way down. Now Jade is rewarding him because he is still a rookie. So he's getting all positive reinforcement for a job well done. Yeah, the teeter-totter's a little tough. Listening really well. He's just trying those weave poles again. He has some wires on the weave poles to help him. Okay, and here we come down to the finish line, over that peak jump, and time. So, I think, was that clean? Do we have a clean run? So the time of 68.79, and that was pretty good because he's a rookie and she took her time, rewarding the dog on the contacts. And now we're removing the the training aids for the weaves, and most of the other dogs will have learned to do the weaves completely and are ready to do without the training aids. So. All right, let's bring the next dog up. And this is one of our favorites. The dog is on her shoulder, if you're wondering where the dog is. This is a little toy poodle. She's 9 years old. She doesn't really compete in agility, although she's trained to do it all. Her favorite activity in life is snuggling up on a blanket on the couch. She's just a love bug. But this is Angela McCrae, and she's going to show you just what a little toy poodle can do. Angela and Hippie. Hippie shape. You'll notice that the jump heights are lower. She's listening well. And watch how hard Angela has to go running beside this little dog. Motivating her. Encouraging her to go as fast as she can. As fast as, oh, woo! This is a tough one when you're really little. Just giving it her all. Let's cheer her on the home run stretch. Over this jump, into the tunnel.
How about that? Angela McCrae in Hippie Shake. She's running away. Angela! Hey, Ange! Hey. Look at Hippie Shake.
Hippie Shake.
What a run. Beautiful weave hold. How did you feel through your run?
I felt good, but it is exhausting.
I know.
It's a lot of work.
It's really great. Lots of fun to watch you guys
she
work.
was super fun.
Yeah, awesome.
This is a border collie named Cat, and he's 9 years old, and he was actively competing. He is actively competing now, even though he's a little bit older. He's considered a veteran. Once you hit 7 years old, you become a veteran. And an interesting fact is that last August at the Canadian National Championship, Cat placed second in his jump height division. So. Now, the surprise you're going to see is he is a very well-trained dog. He's been doing this for quite a while, and Nell is going to attempt to move as little as possible and try to direct Cat around the room by the use of verbal commands and hand signals. So we need you to be a little bit more quiet on this one to make sure Cat can get his direction, because Nell is not going to run with him. So let's hope it all works. I'm confident. Please welcome Nell and Cat. He was told to turn right. Stops on his contact like a good boy. A lot of get out commands as he's been told to get out to the obstacle he needs to go to. And turn left, that's it. Okay, well, so far so good. What a good boy. What great listening. Okay, with an unbelievable great time of 48.82 seconds. Don't you think that was a magnificent performance? Let's hear it for Cat. Not quite fast enough for first place. That little stinker, hippie shake, is hanging on to first place. Less than a second difference at 47.08. Is that right? 47.06 is the time to beat. Okay, now we've got another, a bit of a rarer breed that you don't see too often. This is what we call a smooth collie. You all know what a rough collie looks like, the lassie dog. Well, this is the same dog, only it comes in the smooth coat. Julie really likes the smooth coat better than the rough coat. And this is Blaze, and he's been through all the obedience. And again, he's into the competition skills class of dog agility. So please enjoy Julie and Blaze. Backside jump, which is more difficult than the front one. Make his contact on the yellow. Now let's see how Blaze does his sweep ball. All the dogs are listening very, very well today. Very well trained, and here we come for the last backside jump into the tunnel. And go, 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 go! No faults on that. Was a clean run. Time of 49.60. That was a very good run. That little black and white Muppet down there is had an amazing run and is hanging in with a 47.06. Okay, another little bit different breed is this dog is a Norwegian elk hound, and this is Megan Kitchener, who comes 2 hours, I think, from Walkerton twice a week to teach class and train her dog. And he's also done all the obedience classes and is now into one of the top levels of agility classes. But he's a rookie as far as competition goes. So please encourage Megan and her dog, Rowan. You can see that the dogs really love this sport. It's just a great sport, and you don't have to compete. You can do it we have recreational classes where you can just come out and learn how to do it all and have fun running your dog. I don't compete anymore, but going to class with my dog is the highlight of my week. It's so much fun. Rowan's doing a great job here.
So Hippie Shake and Angela are still in the lead, 47.06. And we need to talk to our current leaders. Angela, 3 dogs have gone since you and Hippie did your run. How do you feel about your position right now?
Oh, I'm pretty excited.
Oh,
She's
absolutely.
doing so good.
She's doing great. This is Hippie
You want
Shake.
to wave to the people at home? Wave, girl. Yay! Good girly.
Amazing. What do you think your odds are of remaining in the top spot until the end of the competition?
There's some pretty fast dogs coming up, Ken.
There are some very fast
I'm not
dogs
sure. My reign may come to an end.
But for now,
here.
you and Hippie Shake can enjoy the first place, the champion
Podium.
Podium thing. All right, thanks. Back to you.
This is a border collie. She's 8 years old. She's the love of my life. The dog, not the kid. She is too. But Lexi had done agility many years ago and now lives in Victoria, BC. So she hasn't done this too much. And this is the first time today that she's ever handled my dog. So keep your fingers crossed. Please welcome Lexi McCann and Purple. Gotta keep up with her, Lex. Turn. Up.
the thing about dog agility. It's not just about having the fastest dog. You have to be able to run clean as well. Now, fast can get you way ahead, but you have to make sure that you touch the contacts, that you don't go off course, that you don't pop out of the weave poles. And this is what we're seeing. Hippie, Shake, and Edge are still in the top spot because they had a clean run, and Hippie's relatively fast. There's a lot of fast dogs coming up. Let's see if they remain there.
Handling that race car around the course myself. Okay, next up we have Chris Kroll. She's a seasoned competitor in dog agility. This is her newest dog, her youngest dog, and he is just getting ready to hit the competitive scene, doing very, very well. I think you'll really enjoy his speed and accuracy. Please welcome Chris and Nyack. Yeah, give up the toy, you turkey. The dogs certainly aren't making very many mistakes today. You can see the dog missed his cue there a little bit, but listened at the very last second.
New leader, Chris Kroll and Nyack. Pretty exciting. They actually took first place by about 4.5 seconds. So that's a pretty significant jump up into first place. Now, we mentioned there's some fast dogs coming up. These dogs continue getting faster and faster and faster. So will Chris and Nyack be able to retain their spot in first place over the next few dogs? I mean, I guess it just remains to be seen. A lot of training and a lot of time is put into teaching these dogs each of the individual skills and building up their speed and building up their confidence. You know, something we talk about around here is slow is smooth, and smooth ends up being fast. So all of this training that these instructors have worked on, little bits and pieces, little tweaks that they're making, make their dogs faster through the course. And the next dog is an absolute Ferrari. Question is, will Rob be able to keep Ketchup on the right track? We're going to have to find out.
Brother and Ketchup. Whoops, it is. He's just raring to go, this boy. Woo! You know, Ketchup there has a time of 39.61. He had one mistake earlier in the course. Had he not knocked the last jump, even with his fault, he would have been able to take first place. But Ketchup just didn't quite lift his back feet enough going over that final jump. But a job well done, Rob and Ketchup. Okay, we've seen a few border collies. This is another German Shorthair pointer, just like Otis, who we met earlier. She's a 6-year-old female and is quite a little agility star. Christine tried out for the 2023 Canadian World Team, and she will be going to the Netherlands next year representing Canada. This is Christine Kubota and her dog, Friday. likes to tell everybody how much fun she's having. Come on, Friday, let's cheer on. Let's see if we can get in the runner over that jump. Okay, so close. Does anybody remember the time to beat? 42, 34, and Friday comes in at 42.78. So a few tenths of a second between those two times. Job well done, Christine and Friday. Okay, this is Steve. If any of you are online students, you have probably met Steve. He does a lot of work with the online classes. This is his young Border Collie final. He's only 3 years old and is doing really amazing. Steve was fortunate enough to represent Canada at the World Champions in August of 2022 and did a wonderful job, especially because he's 3 years old and has never had an opportunity with everything that's going on in the world to get much experience at the high level competition. But wait, he has a future. You're going to see this dog do well in the upcoming years. Please welcome final with Steve motoring him around this course. He's what we call a smooth Border Collie, traditional black and white. Wow, he's listening well. Everything's going great so far. Look at that tail, folks. Watch him use his tail as a, oh, you little bum, as a rudder. He'll use his tail as a rudder to motor him through that course. Holy smokes. Come on, buddy. Go, 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 wow, that, even with a little, what did he have, a little goof up? At the tunnel, yeah, he didn't quite go in smoothly and still posted 37.74. What a remarkable run that was. So Steve, you got to go down the other end. That's it. Say goodbye to Nyack, and that's going to be a pretty hard time to beat, I think. Okay, this is sort of interesting. This is Jamie Morrow with her Border Collie, and following Jamie is Cale McCann. Jamie and Cale are best buddies for the last 10 or 12 years, going to many, many competitions together overseas. Jamie has a young 2-year-old dog. Kaylee has a 6-year-old dog, but has been unable to get into many competitions because of the pandemic and such. And Jamie won the show at 10:30 this morning. And Kaylee, even though she loves Jamie to death, is out for revenge. So please enjoy our youngest dog here today, 2-year-old smooth Border Collie named Smooch. beat. Remember that time. Unfortunately, I think we had a missed contact on the dog walk. And you know, that's exactly how difficult this sport is.
A missed contact. You guys saw how blazingly fast Smooch, the smooth border collie, was. Now it's time for Beeline. I mean, Kale, Jamie, who just went, beat Kale by I think it was a fraction of a second in the last competition that we had here earlier today. Now it's Beeline. Now, for those of you who have been on the channel a long time, you'll have seen Beeline grow up. You may have seen Beeline actually compete in some agility, but she's blazingly fast. But as I mentioned, she has to be accurate too. The time to, I'm not sure you guys in the chat might know what the time to beat it is like. I forget, but what's the time to beat? Time to beat?
Final, the time to beat.
Time to beat is
37.79.
37.79. Can Beeline be faster than that? 34? 34.29. 34.29. Let's see what happens.
The oldest McCann kid, and and very important to our business in terms of classes and organization and online and everything she's involved with. But she's also one of the best dog trainers, agility trainers and coaches around. This is Beeline. This is your fourth or fifth border collie that she's trained. Many world championships, in fact 21 world championships prior to having this dog. She was in the WAO World Championship in Netherlands last year. Did very well, but is a little bit inexperienced because she's never competed at the high end. She has also been asked to come back and represent Canada in the 2023 World Championship next summer. So, it all comes down to this. How fast can you go without making a mistake? Please enjoy Kale McCann and Beeline. You had to put the brakes on pretty hard on that teeter-totter. And there she comes!
By a fraction of a second, Kale McCann and Beeline, 34.02. 3/10 of a second.
Target decided to put the brakes on in the last minute, and those back feet clearly got in that yellow zone. So congratulations, the winner, Kale and Beeline.
Very exciting. That was pretty exciting to watch. Let me know, did you guys enjoy the agility show? Let me know in the chat. Congratulations, Kale and Beeline, a blazing fast run. What did you think? Nice run.
Ready to run so fast.
Oh, so did she. AB, what do you think, buddy? Way to go.
What a good
job, buddy. Beeline loves her McCann Dogs tug. Actually, all weekend, 25% off of all of our toys. You can get a fuzzy ball tug in the store. The other thing I wanted to mention is that all donations that are coming in for us this weekend, last night for our show, all kinds of super chats. Thank you guys for donating. All of the donations this weekend are going to the Ontario Veterinary College Canine Cancer Research. And super good cause. We're excited about the opportunity to help them out. They do great work. The thing I want to mention is if you are in the area tomorrow, drop by the McCann Professional Dog Trainers Training Facility. We're doing this all over again. On that note, at the end of day one, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this show. I can't wait until I see you next time in the train station. Happy training, guys. Bye for now.